as anticipated, this weekend is looking pretty bad for some people. But if you've been following this channel for quite a while, you know we spoke about this in a couple of series with themes like Mirror Darkly, the dark side of crypto and everything else. And we are prepared, the longtime followers of this channel. So let's talk about it. Good morning, everyone. Friday, the 21st of November, 2025. Tomorrow is Saturday, is ISO Day, just to give it a name. But right now, I'm really looking forward to a cup of Emily's coffee because Emily makes such amazing coffee. Emily, I am so getting coffee from you today. In any case, everyone, you're all seeing what's going on with the market. Speculation and stimulating fears. The fear and greed index is, very fearful. But this we've kind of anticipated. And that is because on this channel, we understand how the negative aspects work, so to speak. The negative aspects of people. Now, these power players, and we've gone into depth on this, so let me just give you a brief overview. These power players operate in a vacuum psychologically and socially. They're in their own group. They believe their own hype. There's not enough liquidity to counteract their movements. And now we have all the paper hands selling. Now, some very strong people are not selling, and that's great. I can't tell you what to do. Financial advice. I can't give you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. What I am, well, we all know what I am. In any case, what we have here is a situation where the strong will survive. Now, these people that control markets are people that believe you must earn your keep. And we all, at least of a certain level of maturity, believe that. But they believe a version of that where you have to prove yourself as a member of the elite. Now, they're going to surprise you left and right, come out of nowhere with everything. Expect you to be discourteous and fearful, everything negative. But if you stuck by the rules, as we call them here, where we only put a certain amount that we can afford to lose on the side, and that's what we buy when we're ready to buy. Some people apply a basic version of that called dollar cost averaging, or whatever your currency is that you use to buy. And right now, if they bought early enough, they're stable. They're still not in the red. And that's great, everyone. But the strength lies in this, that if you only buy what you can afford to lose, you are prepared to lose it. If you understand this technology, you don't care how low it goes. You know it's going to bounce. Now, I put up a few videos today that really nail it. JWK shows it. I put up, of course, Rich at Common Sense Crypto, whose fundamental analysis has been amazing as of late. I mean, it's always been good, but okay, thank you. Especially now. Rich, you really nailed it out of the park on the fundamentals, pal. Now, a lot of craziness on the road this morning. I guess there's a lot of people panicking about their investments. We're not, though. So, let's say you're a new follower to this channel and you're still watching 5 minutes in. What am I talking about? Long-term followers, bear with me. Sorry, people are really bad today driving. It's a Friday, market's bad. People are like, let me try to tie this up for the new followers. There's not enough liquidity in this ecosystem. A couple $1 trillion compared to what's been done with the money printer and everything else. A couple of $1 trillion is not enough for retail to really affect markets. That is a fundamental. So the fact that we have this dive going shows you there are other factors at play. Those other factors are the fat cats, movers and shakers, people who got in super early, who, unlike me, when they heard about it when Bitcoin first came out, they understood it. I didn't, so I didn't buy into this. Only later on did I wrap my head around that and what this was, well, what I thought it was all about. But what it's really all about is the emergence of a new economic system, a new fiscal system, and the people who are power players now want to stay in power. Now, if you have power and want to stay in power, you're going to use every tool in the toolbox. And the toolbox that we're talking about here is a toolbox that involves fiscal and economic manipulation. Man, these people are so bad. Anyway, yeah, I almost lost my quarter panel on that one. Anyway, now these people who are very short-sighted that control these markets are so focused on power, they lack the discipline to one day just walk away from it all. So because power for the weak-minded can be intoxicating, the intoxication takes over. They fear the loss of power more than they fear the loss of money. And the level of arrogance that comes is astounding. Now, everyone needs to be extremely patient. Know what you hold. Stay focused on the technology. Now, I've heard from one person who I interact with quite frequently, almost daily, that the technology is always changing, things of that nature. And that's applicable the vast majority of the time. Absolutely, no doubt. But they also have to look at history, color, and current events, rather. Excuse me. Got a little tongue-tied there. The history is over 10 years of building rails, Ripple, utilizing XRP. Now, Ripple in and of itself, RippleNet, does not need XRP, but the world does. Now, as I've said before on this channel, I feel that Bitcoin is going to be crashed to basically dirt. Let's just call it dirt, such a low level, because that's where they're going to put all the debt. Now, you had that guy Owen something unload like 1 point something billion dollars worth of Bitcoin last night. That's just, to me, a prime example. I mean, I heard that wallet goes back to 2011. Amazing, really amazing, to be honest with you, everyone. Now, we're at a point in time. Now, I've discussed the schedule, as they say, quite frequently. And had we not had this U.S. government shutdown, I think it would have happened already. And it probably would have been softer, all these markets collapsing. But we had the quote-unquote shutdown. You can thank Chuck Schumer for that. And the timeline has been sped up a bit. Now, also, with the astrology crowd, there is the whole, what you call it, new moon phase, I believe, something like that. And I'm getting tailgated by someone who doesn't understand we're in the 25 and we got speed cameras all over the place, so sorry if I seem a little tense. But we have a new set of astrology. Look, it's a speed camera. Sorry. I hope I can edit that out. Probably not. Anyway. These people really think they're geniuses. Sorry, they got to go catch a plane over there. Anyway. We have the opportunity here to really do something good, because we are in a place that is controlled by very nasty, mean people. They, not all of them, not as much as it used to be, but there's a lot of nasty, mean people, self-centered and selfish, fearful people who are in control. And they want us out. They want us peasants to stay peasants. And this is your opportunity, according to their rules, to prove yourself to be otherwise. Now, the difficulty lies in the patience. I know, I get it. And I seem impatient, but literally had them on my tail, flashing lights at me right in front of a speed camera. Real genius. That's the point where it's dangerous. Now, those are the same kind of hyperactive people who truly believe the rah-rah channels, and to an extent that is some of the rah-rah channels. They are extremely tense. They are nervous because they don't have the understanding that we have for this market. So, everyone, if you truly want to escape poverty and everything else negative, demonstrate to the elite that you have the capability to be patient, that you are earning your keep, so to speak, in accordance to their rules. And the way that that is done is by not selling your crypto. Person almost drove right into me. It's a terrible morning to drive, I gotta tell you. In any case, lots of dangers in crypto world. Just be patient and hold on. Now, I wanted to touch on a couple of things, but I really wanted to stay in the zone mentally on this. Next one that comes to mind is the real estate market. Now, you got a lot of the Bitcoin bros who are quietly dumping. You got people who, for whatever reason, follow Michael Saylor, what he says, they're going to lose everything. So there's going to be instability in all markets. You're going to get a lot of people who are dumping Bitcoin to save their stocks. You're going to have a lot of hedge funds because people are too lazy to do their own investing. A lot of these hedge funds have to, they have to do their fiduciary responsibility. So what they will do is dump Bitcoin. You're going to have a lot of bubbles popping simultaneously. And that is seriously going to affect real estate. You're going to see price cutting, slashing of prices. How much, I do believe, depends on the area that you live in. What exactly that will be, I cannot tell you. You hear everything. Some areas 30%, some 50%, some 10 to 15%. You're going to have to do a lot of research on that on your own. A lot of people are underwater, but this is where another old rule applies. You're only underwater if you sell. If you sell, you're done. You lost. You locked in your losses. But you got to look and see what your budget is as well. This is why people should not follow media hype. So be ready for big shakeups in the real estate market. Now, a few other things are going on here that maybe I should save this. This video is getting long. We're 15 minutes in already. Okay. Just be ready for a turbulent weekend. Not just crypto world, stock world is going to be affected as well. Watch Japan. Japan really needs to utilize XRP, because if Japan crashes, global crash right there, global crash. So everyone just exercise good caution. Keep working your overtime, your second jobs, and everything else you do. Pay off your debts. Specifically credit cards, student loans. Just get all that stuff out of the way. More importantly, though, I want to hit on this. Be able to pay your taxes. You could pay off your mortgage, but if you don't pay your property taxes, you're done. Now, personally, I don't see how we can go back to a system where there's no taxes, because things like roads that I'm driving on now, emergency services, ambulances, for example, police retirement, fire departments, all that kind of stuff. So we need to have an era of responsible government. I just don't know how that will happen, but I can tell you this. You will lose everything if you don't pay your taxes. Now, I personally am trying to do catch up. Turns out a couple of mistakes were made, and I'm on the hook for some taxes. So I have to pay those off. That's my primary focus right now, while rebuilding credit and trying to buy a house. Yeah, can you say pressure? So I'm extremely disappointed that the market isn't doing, what it would have been doing by now if Chuck Schumer hadn't destroyed the schedule by shutting down. Yeah, you can look into that all till you're blue in the face, and you'll always come up with the same reasons why that happened. All right, everyone, let me end this now because I'm really starting to ramble a bit, but I want to get everyone ready for this weekend. This weekend is going to be a monster of a weekend, I think, of volatility. I think a lot of people are going to lose money. I think this is the time, to use the old expression, this is the time that tries men's souls. So it's coming. We're in a new moon phase as of today, where we have ISO coming officially tomorrow. We have Bitcoin Bros unloading. There's a lot going on this weekend. So I just want to make sure everyone's prepared. I want to make sure everyone is just as ready as you can be. And just keep doing your thing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everyone. If you like videos like this where we have an honest conversation, please like this video. Please share it amongst your friends. You know, I'm sure everyone is having discussions with people about what's going on, and that's great. We definitely need to. So please share amongst your friends. Additionally, please comment your thoughts down below. And I know it's been a long video. I apologize, but got to get this intel out there. Yeah, so comment your thoughts down below, please. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And thank you to all the new subscribers. I know we lost some, but we gained some as well, which is great. It's hard to build an honest channel, to be honest with you. It really is. A channel where people can be honest with each other, and it's difficult. Everyone wants to rah-rah BS, and I'm just not into it. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. And please ring that bell. Ding, ding. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's such a long video, but it is what it is. And just make sure to stick it to the man. Stick to your plan. And peace.